All right, and we're back with our next guest. I'm excited to welcome Lauren Rasmus, who's a principal with Green Bean Homes. Welcome to the show, Lauren.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Well, it is our pleasure. Lauren, before we get into it, take a second. Tell us just a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 15 years old. I go to Riverwood High School. I run track, and I bought a house.
Very good.
Well, there you have it.
There you have it. And I think that probably makes you one of the smartest, well, absolutely the smartest 15-year-old I know, but probably one of the smartest buyers in Atlanta. There are adults who haven't figured out it's a great time to buy, and you have certainly figured that out. So tell us a little bit about Green Bean Homes.
Well, it's an LLC, and it was created to give us the option to sell the house later on. Because I am 15, I couldn't sell the house. So we created Green Bean Homes in order to be able to sell it.
Now, I got to tell you, I can remember when I was 15, just post-Civil War, Carol, so I'll get that out of the way first. The last thing in my mind would be real estate investment. I mean, how the heck did you learn about it, get interested in it, and savvy enough to actually make the purchase that you did?
Well, I had a lot of help from my parents, both being real estate agents, It's kind of in our blood, So... they definitely encouraged it.
Why not a car or a vacation? I mean, I'm asking a serious question because I know I wouldn't have been anywhere near mature enough to make that kind of call.
It was a fun project to be able to work on. We like to do things as a family, and to be able to buy a house and do something to make my uncle proud, that was definitely the main goal, because he was such a creative and inspiring person. We really wanted to do it for him.
So how did you end up choosing the specific property that you bought?
It proposed a certain challenge that really intrigued me because I knew I wanted a single-family residence, but because it was a duplex, we not only would have to alter to make it eco-friendly, but we would also have to alter the layout.
Well, and what kind of things are you going to do with it? Tell us about your plans.
Well, we want to use the latest and greatest kind of in eco-friendly materials, so like smog-eating tile from Boral, smart grid technology. It's all just so interesting, and I need to learn a lot more about it, but it's very interesting.
Wait a minute, smog-eating tile?
Yes.
What the heck is that? I've never heard of such a thing.
It's a tile, it's concrete, and it reduces the appearance of like smog, so it consumes it.
How about that?
I need to get some.
Interesting. That is cool.
There's all sorts of cool technology on the market. So now, where is the home? Is it?
It's down in the West End.
West End. Okay.
Lauren, talk a little bit about the hunting process you did. I mean, I'm sure you looked at a bunch of different places. Just talk through how you went about doing that.
Well, we were kind of, we were going through Georgia MLS and everything. I was going through with my mom, and we were looking at all the houses. And I love the West End area because it is so up and coming, and it has so much promise. And the house, it really did propose such a challenge that I wanted to try to beat it. I wanted to try to work with it and see what we could make it into.
So the house is a duplex. You'll be renovating both sides of it, I assume?
I haven't quite decided. I think I want to create into a single family residence. I think it would, just work better down in that area. It's kind of an interesting layout. It's not a regular 2 duplex. It's a 3 duplex. So the basement is not finished, but if you walk around, it's all dirt. And if you walk around, there's 2 separate rooms and a kitchen up these very interesting stairs. So it needs a lot of work, but it's more of a single family residence.
Yeah, so a triple duplex. Okay, I think I've got it. But it sounds like you've got
interesting. It's weird.
It sounds like you may have to do some pretty significant surgery on walls and knocking out, so you have 2 of everything in a duplex. Who's doing all the architectural part? Are you doing the design and then getting help? Tell us how you're doing that.
Well, I hope to be able to work with the construction and building and the architecture at Georgia Tech. And we might have to wait until school comes back because it is summer, not the best time to close on the house. But we're very excited to be able to work with them because I need help figuring out what we need to do in order to make it eco-friendly. So it should be interesting. I'm going to learn a lot.
All right. We'll be back with Lauren Rasmus after this commercial break. Buying a new home can be a stressful process, and keeping track of all the essential elements involved in your purchase can be overwhelming. But the most important feature to include in your new home is something you can't see at all: a comprehensive home warranty. Professional Warranty Service Corporation provides an insured warranty program to home builders that guarantees your new home adheres to specific construction standards for a full 10 years. Builders in our program adhere to high standards, and we're proud to work with them. Ask your builder about the PWC program. Learn more at pwsc.com or call 1-800-850-2799. All right, and we're back with Lauren Rasmus with Green Bean Homes.
Lauren, you mentioned Georgia Tech in your comments just before the break now. Is that something else in your future?
I'm not sure Georgia Tech. I know I want to run in college, so I'm currently competing in AAU track right now. So I definitely think, being on a team is definitely a great experience. So I definitely want to run in college, but I'm not quite sure where yet.
You've got a little bit of time left, right, to make that call. But talk about Georgia Tech. What's the connection there, and what are you doing with them?
One of my brother's friends is actually associated with someone there, and he said that they would love to be a part of this process. So to have them want to be a part of it, it was amazing because we need all the help we can get.
So it sounds like it's a little bit of an older home. Are there any features in the home that you really like that you want to try to keep throughout the renovation process?
Yes. We'd like to keep the hardwood floors. Another thing, not wasting, trees and, kind of making those work with the house. They're going to need a little TLC, but we'll do what we have to. In the fireplace, the white brick, and it's so amazing. It has so much character.
Now, this is your first big project. I'm just a little bit curious. Do you have grander plans in your mind for the future, buying additional places and renovating? Tell us a little bit about your strategy longer term.
Yes, we do hope to work with other properties and continue to feed properties through Green Bean Homes, and we hope to have it grow. So
I'm just wondering, are you thinking about a future in real estate, or maybe you're going to become a builder?
I don't think she's interested in real estate at all.
Not at all.
I don't know yet. I haven't decided. A lot of time left, so.
How do you manage to fit this in? I mentioned you're running track, and I can tell just the expression on your face how much you're into that. And how do you find the time to get through high school, participate in track, and then running a business?
You have to make the time, if it's something that you love, you fit it in, and you do what you have to make it all work, I learned that from my parents because they've got busy schedules, but my mom's never missed a track meet. She's always there supporting, and she's been here, and they're all supportive through this process. So, you learn to rearrange and make it all work.
How about some tips and advice? How would you recommend another, your classmates, for example, the kind of things they ought to be thinking about and doing to prepare for their future?
Be smart. Don't do something that you'll regret, and, make good decisions.
Lauren, I have to ask the significance of the company name. How did you come up with Green Bean Homes?
Well, we wanted to do something that would reflect the fact that we were, starting an eco-friendly company. And we also wanted something that was age appropriate because I am 15, We were tossing around all these different names, and that one just definitely reflected, Green Bean Homes and the growth and how we hope that the company will grow with the help of others.
I know that you bought the home because you had inheritance from your uncle. Would you like to tell our listeners anything about your uncle or your relationship with him?
My mom had 4 siblings, and they were all very close. So when he was diagnosed, it was kind of hard hit on the family, but it did bring us all together. And you learned a lot from him. He was a very forgiving person and very humble, and he was an amazing person, and we definitely wanted to do this for him, He definitely inspired me.
Well, I think your story is inspirational just all across the board. You're the only 15-year-old I've ever met who's bought a house. So congratulations again on being Atlanta's smartest buyer.
Thank you.
All right, well, Lauren, gosh, I hate to say it, but we're out of time. Before we let you go, where can people get more information about you, your adventure here in Green Bean Homes?
Well, we have a website, and we also have a Facebook page, greenbeanhomes.com. And Green Bean Homes is the Facebook page.
Outstanding. Okay. Well, Lauren Rasmus, a principal at Green Bean Homes, it was so great to have you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys. Well, that wraps today's show. You can find us on iTunes or at AtlantaRealEstateForum.com. In fact, we'd appreciate a customer rating and review on iTunes if you enjoyed today's broadcast. So, on behalf of today's guests, Terry Pylant and Lauren Rasmus, my co-hosts, Todd Youngblood and Carol Flammer, I'm Todd Schnick. We'll see you next week on the Atlanta Real Estate Forum radio show.